All right, let's move on to the Big Ten bowl game projections. Won't spend a ton of time on this, but Philip did suggest it, so I wanted to make sure and honor a guy who's been with us for a long, long time with Philip. So let's go through, and I'll kind of give you my thoughts. Kind of some of the stuff other people are saying with where some Big Ten teams could land. Looks like USC most likely going to land in the Alamo Bowl and play a Big 12 team. Houston or BYU. Kalani Sitake sticking around at BYU could make that very interesting facing there. So USC facing a team out west there could be interesting. Iowa and either the Las Vegas Bowl against Utah, or they could go to the ReliaQuest Bowl against Tennessee. I think if I'm an Iowa fan, I'm rooting for that Utah matchup over the Tennessee matchup personally. What do you think, Zach?
I kind of want to see Iowa smash Tennessee.
I mean, I want to see that, but I think Iowa probably has a better chance of beating Utah. Or no, you disagree?
I mean, I think Iowa's better on the lines.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I think maybe significantly better on the lines.
Oh yeah, they're better for sure. All right, cool. Well, either one gonna be an interesting one to see. Washington in the Holiday Bowl against Pitt, or in the Sun Bowl against SMU. If at any point in time you have a comment, just stop me and.
Washington just wants to be as close to home as possible on that.
Yeah.
So Holiday Bowl. Yeah. Holiday Bowl.
Illinois, they have probably the most options, it looks like, with different teams they could face and different bowls they could go to with how they finished in the Big Ten. So it looks like they could go to the ReliaQuest Bowl and face Tennessee. They could go to the Las Vegas Bowl and face Utah. So kind of what we were talking about with Iowa there. Or they could go to the ReliaQuest Bowl and face Vanderbilt.
I want Vandy.
Yeah, I want to see Vanderbilt versus Illinois.
I want to see Brett Bielema mess with Clark Lee.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Like he did Shane Beamer last year.
If Clark Lee turns into Shane Beamer from last year,
that'd be awesome. Then he gets fired.
Second fire.
I know. I'm kidding.
Zach wants to start the Fire SEC Coaches podcast now.
I think that would be a very entertaining podcast.
Yeah, I think it would too. I'd be for it. You should start it.
Yeah. I do think that would be a hard matchup, though. Vandy's offense with the way Illinois' defense has been, I think it'd be a fun game. I don't know if I like Illinois' chances in that game.
Well, Illinois, I mean, Vandy's defense isn't much either, so Illinois would score on them.
Yeah.
So, I did not get your thoughts on USC. Did you have any thoughts on USC with the Alamo Bowl versus Houston or BYU?
I think if they get BYU, that would be, I think, kind of a prove it game for USC. Like it could really help their cause in terms of like getting national respect, not like real like elite status, but I think as they're trying to climb into that, I think getting BYU and winning that game could really matter.
I'm with Fight on Natties here. I want to see USC against another SEC team. 3-0 versus the SEC the past 2 years. Would love to see it. All right, Minnesota most likely facing an ACC team in the Pinstripe Bowl. Georgia Tech, Duke, or Pitt. Any of those three you would like to see Minnesota face?
I think whoever they get, Minnesota is like, they're not as good as they were a year ago. So I remember last year, their bowl game, I think they played UNC, and I'm like, oh, that's the easiest one to pick. They're absolutely going to win. I just don't know what to expect from them, because I'm like, they beat Nebraska 24-6, but like they struggled against other teams, and I don't know, like they're 7-5, but I would not be shocked if any of those ACC teams pulled off what I think would probably be an upset. Georgia Tech would be a tough matchup, I think, for them.
I don't think Georgia Tech or Pitt would be an upset. I think those two teams would probably be favored over Minnesota.
Yeah.
The last one I'd want to see there is Pitt with Mason Heichel. And their passing attack versus Minnesota. I'd love to see Duke versus Minnesota. Give Drake Lindsay a chance there. The Duke matchup that we saw against Illinois, kind of compare and contrast early on in the season. What did Duke look like? Looking like this one. Yeah.
I think that would be a better pick. Yeah.
Nebraska is probably going to be in the Music City Bowl against either LSU or Missouri.
I mean, Nebraska may not. They may want to select out at this point. Although if it's against
No.
if it's against
Emmett Johnson
LSU,
one more time. I need one more Emmett Johnson before he goes to the NFL. I think he's probably going to the NFL.
Do you think he's going to play?
I hope he does. I mean, I am not ready for Emmett Johnson to be out of my life yet, Zach.
Dude, he's good. He's so good. I think I'd prefer Missouri because I think they have the weaker defense.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like Missouri, both LSU and Missouri have quarterback issues because Van Buren is not it, replacing Nussmeier and his injury. But Missouri also has a backup. And
Bo Pribula's back.
Is he?
Yeah, he was back for that Oklahoma game.
Okay, no, I want LSU for them.
Yeah. Okay. Northwestern. This is interesting. So we could do Northwestern and then Penn State because those are the two right there. Northwestern is either going to be in the Guaranteed Rates Bowl against Cincinnati, most likely, or in the Game Above Sports Bowl against the MAC squad, most likely Western Michigan. And Penn State is the other one there, as they are most likely going to be in one of those two bowls. If they're in the Game Above Sports Bowl, they'll face the MAC opponent. Western Michigan, maybe Ohio could be in there as well. And then the Rate Bowl is the one where they could face a Big 12 team, most likely Cincinnati, but you could also possibly see TCU in there as well. And then deep one, which we all need this in our lives, Zach. We need to see Penn State in the Pinstripe Bowl against Pitt. That's what.
That's really the one that's what we need, and I think Penn State would smoke Pitt. If everybody plays, I
just need the Pitt and Penn State, fans on Twitter again going after each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
that'd be such a great game.
Yeah.
Give the people what they want.
You might have civil war there in Pennsylvania. You might have to, lock down.
They don't really care about Pitt where I'm at.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's the Pitt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, I live near the Amish. They don't care about the Pitt Panthers.
That's true. You're not taking the crank TV over to the Amish to watch the Pitt games together. Don't worry, guys. I got it. All right. So that would be interesting. It's probably going to be one of those two in there. I no offense to Northwestern, but I would rather see Penn State against a Big 12 team or something like that. Yeah. Only if all their guys play, though. I mean, they're going to have a lot of guys off to the NFL, so some of them could maybe not play, but also some of them could play if it's like we're doing this for Terry Smith type of thing. Yeah. And if they do that, I want to see them against the Cincinnati or TCU. So, yeah. All right. And then last one, Zach. We could do like playoffs, but that's like Rose Bowl for whoever's the Big Ten winner, most likely. But all right. Michigan probably going to the Citrus Bowl. All right. I heard that on ESPN when I was watching it one time. They were talking about how they had some intel that the Citrus Bowl was going to go after Michigan, and then they'll probably play either Texas or Vanderbilt. Who would you rather see Michigan face, Texas or Vanderbilt?
I don't know. Probably Texas.
I think Texas. Yeah. I'd rather have Texas.
Yeah. Why do you want Texas?
I want Texas because rematch of last year, and also, I said it during the season. I think Michigan is the same, if not better, than Texas.
Even after what we saw this past Saturday.
Yeah. It's the Ohio State Michigan game. You kind of got to throw it out a little bit. And I said that with Ohio State, too. I said, how much can we really take from this game? So I'm being consistent here with both of them.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, I think I'd rather see Texas. But Vanderbilt would be fun, too. I mean, have this Michigan defensive line, which is admittedly not as good as it's been in years past, but have them go up against Diego Pavia. That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be.
All right. Any other thoughts on bowls or anything like that?
Nope. No, I think it'll be fun to see it all laid out next week.
Yep. I think Sunday is when it's all released.
Yeah. Even if we're all angsty about the playoffs.
Yes. Should be